The Commanders had a very active offseason and made huge moves, including drafting potential franchise quarterback Jayden Daniels, but they also made a ton of other moves around the entire roster that make this team so much better. We've been able to see this roster in OTAs and in minicamp. We've also seen last season this Commanders offense already produce high quality numbers, so now the reigning Heisman winner will be able to help lead this team into a playoff spot. Daniels earned high praise during the draft process for his dedication to football, a trait described as being a football junkie. Daniels' work habits translate to his results on the field. While known for his mobility, he has focused on staying in the pocket, going through his progressions, and delivering precise passes to his receivers. We've so far seen during OTAs and the start of minicamp highlights of Jayden getting comfortable with his new offense, even with some notable plays. One being his over-the-shoulder pass to Jahan Dotson. That drew some attention, but even down to his incompletions demonstrate his game sense. For example, in a red zone drill with 28 seconds on the clock, he smartly threw the ball out of bounds to stop the clock, preserving time for the offense without risking a turnover. As Daniels dives deeper into the playbook, he'll need to continue his progression. Even though there still isn't any rough contact, upcoming 11-on-11 periods will test his ability to avoid pass rushers while making quick reads and smart plays. The defensive lineman won't sack him, but he must navigate the pocket and read the secondary effectively. So far, there's no indication that Daniels is struggling. In fact, all signs point to him absorbing his lessons well. A strong finish to the offseason will boost the team's confidence in him even further. The Commanders have heavily invested in revamping their roster this offseason, adding over 24 new players and retaining a few from the previous regime to enhance overall talent. The Commanders have high expectations, though, for their quarterback they selected with the number 2 overall pick. Daniels' accuracy, quick release, and timing have been on display throughout OTAs and minicamp. Though he is still developing, the early signs are promising. Daniels is committed to going above and beyond to succeed. It's still early as the Washington Commanders begin to dive into their new offensive and defensive systems, but Jayden Daniels is already starting to impress his coaches. Daniels is months away from his professional debut in September and has not yet been officially named the starting quarterback, though it's widely believed he'll be ready to take on that role here soon. I have no doubt personally that he will be the starting quarterback week 1 against the Bucs. He's going to be ready for that moment, but the Commanders are taking a cautious approach to his development, insisting he'll step in when the time is right. For now, Daniels' goals are straightforward: learn as much as possible and adjust to the NFL. Kingsbury has seen him fully embrace these objectives in their brief time together. Fans and media have already noticed glimpses of Daniels' strong work ethic. He was consistently praised for his year-to-year improvement at Arizona State and LSU. There's a reason Daniels looks so comfortable in practice despite having only a few days to learn the system. He approaches everything with a plan. Jayden Daniels, who, like I mentioned, began his career at Arizona State before transferring to LSU, completed 65% of his passes for 12,749 yards, 89 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions. He brings dynamic running ability, leading all quarterbacks in 2023, rushing for 1,134 yards and 10 touchdowns. The 2023 Heisman winner had a remarkable finish with the LSU Tigers. He ranks 3rd in program history in total offense and 4th in career passing yard. Last season, Daniels finished 5th among all quarterbacks with 3,812 passing yards and 2nd in passing touchdowns. He is the only player in FBS history to pass for over 12,000 yards and rush for 3,000 yards. Daniels' improvement in 2023 was notable, specifically in how he refined his skill set. He led college football with a passer rating of 208, completing 72.2% of his passes with 40 touchdowns, second only to Bo Nix, and he threw just 4 interceptions. In terms of creating explosive plays through the air, Daniels was unmatched in 2023. He had the highest grade on passes of 20 or more yards, with 27 big-time throws and only 1 turnover-worthy play. He excelled under pressure, throwing 20 touchdowns with no interceptions at a 74.4% completion rate. Like I said, the Commanders have been searching for a long-term solution at quarterback for nearly 6 years, cycling through 12 different starters since moving on from Kirk Cousins. With Daniels is now officially on the roster, general manager Adam Peters and head coach Dan Quinn believe they have finally found their franchise quarterback of the future. While the Commanders made a ton of moves this offseason, Jayden Daniels mostly gets highlighted, but they made moves all around this roster to make them even better. The Commanders signed Bobby Wagner, which is a great addition for this team. Wagner is an NFL veteran with 13 years of experience. He was drafted by the Seahawks in the second round in 2012. Throughout his career, Wagner has played in 185 games, starting 184 of them. He has totaled 1,704 total tackles, 33 sacks, 89 tackles for loss, 13 interceptions, 6 forced fumbles, and 10 fumble recoveries. Before joining Washington, Wagner had runs with the Rams in 2022 and returned to the Seahawks in 2023. He is a Super Bowl 48 champion, a 10-time AP All-Pro, and a 9-time Pro Bowler. In 2023, Wagner started all 17 games, recording 183 total tackles, 3.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss, and 1 fumble recovery. He led the NFL in total tackles and was honored as a second-team All-Pro and Pro Bowler for the season. He immediately goes into this defense and becomes a starter that can help this group. Bobby Wagner was attracted to the Commanders due to his connections with Washington's revamped coaching staff, specifically head coach Dan Quinn and linebackers coach Ken Norton. Quinn coached Wagner on the Seattle Seahawks when he served as the team's defensive coordinator. During Quinn's time, the Seahawks made consecutive Super Bowl appearances in 2013 and 2014. Wagner has praised Quinn's football knowledge. Norton has coached Wagner for 7 of his 12 NFL seasons, either as the linebackers coach or defensive coordinator in Seattle, helping Wagner evolve from a rookie into one of the game's all-time greats. The Commanders also brought in another veteran. They signed Austin Eckler, who most are aware of that they signed him, but he helps Jayden Daniels in the backfield and the run game. Jayden is going to be a key piece in the rushing attack, but pairing Austin Eckler next to him is a huge addition. Austin is a skilled player still. Even if we haven't seen the same production from him, he can still go into this offense and help lead the rushing attack. Eckler's 2-year, $8.34 million contract could be a bargain for Washington if he can replicate his 2021 and 2022 performances. Those seasons, he exceeded 900 rushing yards and 640 receiving yards each season, along with a total of 38 touchdowns. If Kingsbury can effectively integrate Robinson and Eckler in the backfield, especially with a new quarterback, the Commanders' offense could see much improvement in 2024. Additionally, weapons like Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson could be leveraged on the outside, where Eckler's receiving skills will also be valuable. Over the last 2 seasons, Eckler has shown he can be a weapon in the passing game with 158 receptions for 1,158 yards and 6 touchdowns. Kingsbury's performance for an aerial attack could see Eckler used effectively in screens and quick passes, allowing him to capitalize on open space and add another dimension to Washington's offense. If Eckler can return to his peak form, this acquisition could prove to be the smartest move of the offseason for the Commanders. They needed a boost in the backfield, but have a group that has already shown they have a ton of potential. They now made that group even better. Eckler spent his entire 7-year NFL career with the Chargers and now gets the opportunity to join an exciting new team. There's also a sense of familiarity as he reunites with Anthony Lynn, the run game coordinator and running backs coach. He was his head coach with the Chargers for 4 seasons, so that is great teaming back up with him. All in all, the Commanders are making a ton of moves to get ready for the season, where they brought in their potential franchise quarterback and want to make him the most comfortable, pairing him with a ton of weapons. And on the other side of the ball, they made the defense a whole lot stronger with signings like Bobby Wagner. If you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn on the notification bell so you never miss a Commanders video or any video at all. Comment down below what you're looking forward to as well for this upcoming season. Leave a like, they are all greatly appreciated, and I'll see you all in the next one.